Welcome to our grade 1 support group videos. Today we're going to be focusing on maths, particularly our doubling. I'm going to introduce you to doubling and also the methods in which we teach doubling to the children. So you might be familiar with the hamburger sums. It is a concept that we have just introduced with the children. But before you can even get to this, you need to get your children to understand what the word doubling means. So for this concept, I would use either bottle tops or beans, or if you've got Unifix cubes at home, and explain to them that doubling actually is two of the same number. So visually show them what it is, even if you've got strawberries or if you've got blueberries at home. Put them on the table and show that if you've got double of 2, it means that you've got 2 here and 2 over here, so that they can visually see the same number twice. From that, you can then move on to our hamburger sums. So with the hamburger sums, the reason that we use a hamburger is we tell them that the hamburger's got a double patty, which would then emphasize the concept doubling. So we've got a double patty here. So if we have a number 2 at the top patty, because doubling is the same number twice, it would mean that we'd have to have a 2 at the bottom. I'm going to use Zoe just now to demonstrate how to use an abacus, but get your children, you could, as I've just said earlier on, you can use any household items to represent these two. So bottle caps, put 2 on a table, 2 on a table, and get them to count how many there are all together, and your answer would be 4. So your answer would go at the bottom bun of your hamburger. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit from the hamburger sums, and as I said before introducing the hamburger sums, it's a very, very good idea to introduce the concept of doubling and let your child actually visually see how they are going to double something. So I've just got little individual Unifix cubes, but you can use whatever you have at home. And I'm going to work with Zoe, who's going to help me today, to show how to actually teach the concept of doubling with concrete apparatus. Okay, so Zoe, I want you to tell everybody, what does the word doubling mean?
The same number twice.
It's the same number twice, so that means it's the same number 2 times. So if I were to put 3, let's make it 4 cubes on this side, how many am I going to have to put on this side?
4 more.
4 more. Because we need it 2 times. So how much is there altogether now?
8.
Good girl. Just like if I were to put, let's put 5. Let's make it even worse. Let's make it 6. Make a bigger number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many would I need to put on this side?
6 more.
Okay, so how much do we have altogether here?
12.
12. Clever girl. That's amazing. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to double 2 for me. So how many are you going to put on this side?
2.
And on the other side?
2.
So what would double 2 equal to?
4.
Good girl. I want you to double, let's say double 3 for me. So what's double 3 equal to?
6.
Clever girl. Okay, so now that we've done a lesson using the Unifix cubes and Zoe has now grasped the meaning behind doubling and the understanding of what doubling is, we can move on to our method of how we work out doubling sums. So as I said earlier on, we have got 2 patties, and maybe explain to your children that when you order a patty from McDonald's, you don't have a chicken patty and a beef patty on the same burger. You will either have a beef and a beef or a chicken and chicken, so that they understand that it has to be the same patty, which means that it has to be the same number. So we're going to start with our numbers at the top, and then they will double the number in the second patty, and then put the answer in the bun. So Zoe, you are now going to show us using an abacus. So we're not going to be using Unifix cubes, we're actually going to be using an abacus, so that your children learn how to use this and manipulate it in the classroom. So Zoe's going to do 1 or 2 of these hamburger sums with the abacus. So let's start with this one, Zoe. Great.
Stop.
So as you saw with Zoe when she was writing her sums, she was keeping her numbers all in line with each other. And eventually what your children will be able to do is, because they know that they are putting two numbers together, it will be an addition sum. They can just add the top number with the bottom number. So 2 plus 2 would equal to 4, and 1 plus 1 would equal to 2. The same would be for 31. Put the numbers underneath each other. Make sure that they are in line with each other. 1 plus 1 equals 2, and 3 plus 3 equals 6. The same would go for 52. 2 plus 2 equals to 4. 5 plus 5 equals to 10. So your answer is 104. And then your last one here would be 43. 3 plus 3 equals 6. And 4 plus 4 equals 8. The only problem is when we work with sums such as 35, because these would then be your carryover sums, and these we don't really work with in grade 1, especially now. So I urge you parents to stay away from sums that have got your unit numbers further than 5. If you are wanting to start with a vertical addition, please stay away from these. Rather encourage your children to use an abacus when working these ones out, because this involves a whole new step completely, and it's not something that we do in grade 1 at the moment, and it will just confuse your children if you start with this now. So if you are wanting to touch on the vertical sums, I would encourage you to work with unit numbers from 1 to 4, because those are easy to add together. If the unit numbers go further than 5, please use your abacus. Thank you so much for watching our grade 1 support group video on doubling. What I will do is attach a little hamburger sum template for you to use at home. You are welcome to print it on an A4 sheet and just slide it into a plastic sleeve so that your children can write and wipe, and also just print a couple to make some examples for them to keep practicing these hamburger sums with doubling. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.